Okay, camera here. Let me check if it's working everything. My water bottle. Check, let me check. Open YouTube, otherwise I cannot check. Morning, good morning, good morning. Okay, yeah, we just jumped the beginning. Ah, no, we have also the beginning. Okay, the countdown, perfect. Welcome, close here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, so how about today? Today, I want to talk about a simple way to save some money when you need to print something with your PLA. So I'm talking about using a non-spooled filament PLA and put inside one empty spool. In this case, I will use something on, if I don't break it, the good of the life, something from the bamboo, because this one I start to use it from the bamboo with the AMS because sometimes the spool carbon give me some issue. The audio is okay or is out of sync? Wait a moment, I think I have some. Check, let me check. Looks good, but let me be sure. Okay. I think ABC. I think it's a little bit offset. A little bit is the buffer. I can't do anything about that one now. So I was says that sometimes when you use the carbon spool, you have some issue with the EMS, even if now the carbon spool of the Esun are tougher, I think, are better because I didn't have so much issues. Just sometimes when the filaments start to become less, so I start to build my filament winder for refill. And after I found that it's a very good way also for saving money using the non-spool filament that is spool that you can use like this one. Let me show to you. Let me put my face, ugly face lower. Here we are. Here, these are the non-spool filament from Esun, for example. Actually, and now they don't have many colors as the old product from PLA Plus, ABS, and everything else. They just start to do something like this one. This one is the Esun store, because on Amazon, maybe is my mistake, but in the official store, I didn't find the non-spooled PLA. For example, here the PLA, I think they have some issue because it's not possible to click. So maybe it's problem with the website or it's me. I cannot find it. But on the official store, you can find here. This spool arrived already in this way, and it's very, very simple to apply to the normal spool. If you have a spool like this one, that is stick after it fall down. Oh, okay. Okay, I did break some of these. No, okay. These one are like this. So you can just insert your new PLA close inside here. You lock, and you can remove the protection, and you are ready to go. If you don't have the spool open like this one, Esun sell one here. You can buy directly the plastic one, or if you want, you can print yourself. You can find several of these spool empty on MakerWorld, for example, on printables. So you can just print one and saving extra money from yourself and just buy the refilling. The refilling now here is around $22 and the filament is around 24. So it's not a big saving, but still is first one is $2 less and every 10 kilograms is like you have one for free. But second is also very good for environment because we produce less wasting material. All the spool after you finish, you throw, you waste a lot of plastic. So if you buy the empty spool, the non-spool filament, for sure you save some money, but we save our planet. And because all of us live in our planet, I think it's good message to send to the printer company. Maybe if more people start to use this kind of filament, we start to have better promotion, better price, and we save a lot of plastic. Because you know, all the plastic that we produce when we are printing, imagine if you are in a farm that you're wasting like 10 kilograms every day. First one, you can save a lot of money. But second, you produce a lot of plastic that we are wasting and is not good. So this one, I think it's a very good way to save some money and produce less wasting material for the environment. This one I told you is also good for refilling. So if you have some spool like this one and you want to bring here, you can do it using some machine that's calling filament winder. If you search on Make It Work, for example, you find a lot of projects like this one. Let me search another one. Filament winder. Here you can see there are a lot of different projects. Something is very small and fancy. Something is more big, like this one. I check many comments. Some of these one looks more complex, maybe too much complex for what they need. Someone looks very fancy, but you need some motorized and it looks you can have some problem when you assemble it because the filament like this one you see it's not blocked, it can flies away. You need to buy some motors, so you definitely can do it if you want. In my opinion, I searched something that is much simple and easier to use it. So after I make a long search on all these different way to make your filament winder, which one is more easy, which one is more simple to print and more effective, I found that this project here is one of the best in my opinion. Maybe it's not the best, but it's still working very good. And it's what I printed. And today I show how to print this one, how to assemble it, and how it's working. I will refill the PLA Plus blue that I'm using last time for making the helmet of the Space Marine. Oh, by the way, that video got a lot of view, so thank you everyone. It looks like you like something made with the colored PLA, so I will try to continue in this way. So we'll try to refill that one in the bamboo spool holder that I have few after I bought the AMS. And after, I want to show some cool idea that you can print with your PLA Plus colored from Esun. Some toy that you can play with your kid, or something that you can try even to sell to earn some money. Once again, everything is printed with the Esun PLA. This period I'm using a lot the colored. Here Esun have almost 14 different colors just for the PLA Plus. Let me go to the Amazon website here. They have 14 different colors from normal PLA, PLA Plus. If you can see, they have a lot of different kind of material for every needed of the people. PLA Plus, PTG, H-Speed, and this one we will talk next live probably because the FL finally send and start to come out some review of the FL S1, this huge new monster printer, incredibly fast, and it works very good. But for print at that kind of speed, you must use the PLA HS. HS has high speed, has a better flow volumetric speed, and better cooling system of the PLA. So if you want to print something very, very fast, you have to use the HS filament. And the Esun has this very good material I'm already using with my V400, that now is the V600, because I'm pushing a little bit the speed, and I found that without the PLA HS, I have some artifact. With the HS filament, it works perfectly. So I'm trying to contact one friend from Italy that is very skilled with the PLA, with the filament. He's like engineering, so he can give a better explanation how these high-speed filament are working. So I'm trying to make this collaboration with my friend in Italy that is from Officina 3D, is this Italian YouTube channel that I cooperate also. So definitely the HS speed is the new kind of filament that if you want to print fast, you have to considering. They have the PLA, PTG, ABS, and PLA normal. Other filament, the carbon fiber not yet, the matte no. So here on the Esun Amazon, you can find all your filament for your needed. Also, you have, of course, the resin, the e-box that I'm using every time. This one is the e-spool, but really, it's much better. You print by yourself, it's more fun. So about the, here, the filament here. As usual, here you find the original designer, and here you can find some extra profile made from different people. This one for prevent failure on the tall object. And if you click here, you can download the 3MF. You can download the single STL or open directly on the Bamboo. Wait, talk a lot. Working here, yes. As you can see here, if you open, it's like this one. The maker says that this one can be printed in one bed if you remove the LiDAR from the pressure advance in the normal bamboo slicer like this one. For example, if you have the P1S. Many people complaining they have some failure. I really don't suggest to print something with so many pieces like this one, because it's simple that if one piece, when he moved the head forward and back, he has some failure, it will fall down and ruin all your print, and you waste a lot of filament. So what I suggest is add a few bed here. First one, the taller object move separately. Even if you waste more time to print, it's better to avoid to make too many big objects together, because if you have one failure, you're wasting a lot of material. Here you can see this object, they are all connecting together. If you select here split to object, you will be able to move one by one, so you can move better to avoid any problem. In this kind of item, I suggest to put, for example, the brim. Instead of put the brim to every single object, you can just select what you want here. Go here in object. Here they have the 4 single item. You go to others, just put brim outer for all the 4 item. In this case, you will have the brim only on these 4 items, and don't put the brim in these smaller that are useless. On this one, I suggest don't put the brim, because you have the teeth. If the teeth are not clean, you can have some issue. And you can just add the brim on this one. This is at least how I print it for avoid any problem. This one, they are very close each other. If your filament and your printer are well tuned, you will not have any problem. If your filament has some humidity or your printer is not well tuned, you can have some, no problem, but string issue. So also here, if you want, you can just split the object and give more space. You just keep maybe 1 minute more to print, but you will learn how all the web here. Here you have just spare part that you can move on the other bed. If I can select here. This one actually is something extra that you don't need to print, exactly like this one. I printed at the beginning. I thought it was part of the print. I found that is the spool holder. If you don't have a spool holder, you can just print this one by yourself and assemble. You need two of this one of this one, and stick together. But because I have the bamboo empty spool for now, this one I don't need, so bye-bye. This one is one other version that is longer. Honestly, I don't understand what's the purpose. Maybe if you have bigger spool, like 3 kilograms of spool that you want to move from one side to another one, you need a longer stuff. But because I use only the 1 kilogram, I don't need it. As this one, that honestly I didn't understand what's the meaning of, so I just remove. So what I print is become this one, these two that I will explain to you, and these two parts. So this one we can organize better using the auto layout here. Same here. If you make auto layout, you see he put back very, very close. I don't like too much, so I give some extra space. And this one also is the main structure. This one also, as before, if you want to keep like this one, okay. Otherwise, I prefer give a little bit more space to avoid streaming. All these part I print with PTG, especially for the gears here, because if you put with the PLA, it's more brittle. It can lose some part after using many times, and I suggest it's not very good to print in PLA. I suggest to print in PTG. Everything that is mechanical, have some strength, always better print in PTG. And here is said printer setting. You can just import. He just says they use 100% infill on the mail driven. That is, if you check here, I lost the mail driven. Is this one? Female mail driven. Here is this part here. If you go on strength, you can see is 100% infill. Meanwhile, the other part have normal 5%. So if you import as a project already made from bamboo, you already have this one changed. If you don't, you need to adjust 100%. These two parts here that are very weird is this one. Let me see if you can see. Yes, here. This one is TPU. Is very flexible. This one, unbelievable. I have one open spool of TPU from Esun, open 5 years ago. 5. That I bought when I bought my first Creality 5 years ago. I used once for print the helmet of Batman, and after I never use anymore because I have some issue to print it for the settings. I tried to use again after 5 years. I just put in my Esun e-drive box. I select the TPU option. I tried for like 10 hours just to be sure. And I printed these two parts together without any stringing, any retraction issue. And it's fantastic. This one is a 5 years old open PLA TPU from Esun. It's very, very good quality. And this one is used for put the box, the spool in the middle here. Let me see if I can show the picture more clearly. Here, you see here, to help the spool empty to stay in position and don't fly away. So now that I show how to print, let's start to assemble it. And here we are. Because I totally forgot how to assemble it. I need to watch the video. Meanwhile, I am assemble it. Sorry, I'm very thirsty. So let me put back on the to here. The guide provide also assembling video. I think it was from here. Yes, is a little bit different. Let me put this one smaller here so you can see when I'm doing. It's a little bit different because is another version. Let me check if the video is correct. Is before some upgrade, so it's a little bit different, but most of the part you can use very good. Okay, so maybe yeah, it's better put like this one. So the first things that you need to do is put the bearings, that is the only part that you need to buy, inside these gears. This one you need to very well fit. For putting this one, I hit a little bit the PTG with a lighter. I just put the bearing and push a little bit, and it come out very good in position. And you need to put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bearings here. You need like 14 bearings. And you need to put many bearings inside these arms here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 1, 2. So in total are 14 bearings. This one I need to put to the same size. It's ugly. Okay. This one already inside here. I don't want to remove it. And the same for this one. This one is the spool that when you are spinning is going back and forward to help the spool to move across the spool holder. And it was a little bit difficult to put, and I don't want to take out because I'm afraid to ruin the guide here. The same here, you have one block for block this one. So if I remove it, it's a little bit complex. And this one is a small PTF tube that you need to insert here to help you to guide the filament. So now let's watch the video and check together. First one, he shows how to put the bearings and block with a short clip. 1, 2, here is what I did already here. The bearings are very, very cheap, so it's very cost effective, this material, this project. And it's also very fun how to use it. 1, 2. Now I need to prepare the big one here, probably. Yes. One and two. No, only one here. Here I need to put 4 to see also the good looking appearance. This one is all PTG. You see mixed color because I use all the PTG from Esun that I have, the white, the yellow, and the red. Also change the color during the printing because I finished when I was printing, but it's okay. Here, wait. Here we need to put our gears. 1. I think I need to put the shorter here. Doesn't really matter if you put a shorter or the big one, honestly. The important that you locked. 1, 2, 3. I put the big one here. After you can replace the big one with a smaller if you want to make more nice. 4. And I presume the 5th here. 50 here. Definitely here you need the long one because it's longer. Here maybe it's better put the long one. So let me. You need to be sure that it doesn't pop out. As you can see here, they're all moving. This one move a little bit tight. Okay. But it doesn't touch anything, it's just for support with the other one. And we put our 4 and the 5th. Like this one here. This one we need a long one, so I need to remove one long one for someone else. This one is short, this is short, 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 short. I need a long one, I need a long one. Let me remove from this one. Let's put a short one here. And now everything is moving. Now probably you see here I have the long one that is not necessary. Better put the long one on this part because you need to be strong connected. And here you got one short. And today everything's fall down. Okay. After we have our wheels, you see, the pipe. The pipe here is different from mine. This one has some hole, maybe for put some extra block in the future, but I feel that is not necessary. You can just insert like this one, and it should be this one. Block goes inside, not outside. 1 and 2, because this one is for the, should be for the arm, for this one inside here. Yes. This one you can adjust for the dimension of your spool without any problem. Now you take the big wheel, like this part is what I already made. This one is just put like this one. This one I just need to put a short one. I don't have anything better than a short one. Okay, it's moving. It's moving. Very good. Now we prepare the other side. One and two. And today everything is fall down. Yeah. This one need to put a long one. Wait. Otherwise it doesn't grip. Okay. One and two. What is fall down? One clip. Yeah. Okay, let me put this side, otherwise I cannot see. And we have our stuff connected together. This one I put already here. Slide 1 and slide 2. And this one is for the distance from your spool from PLA. And you almost finish. Now let's match this part together. Today I don't know what happened. This one here, but here I can stop because it's finished. This one here that is totally close, you can put here, is for the original PLA, original spool that you need to move. This one here has a hole for your school drive. You need to put here, and here you have a block. This one you need to be out from inside to outside. So for the block, because this one here I need a long one, so I took from here. I would prefer if in the guide they told you which one is long, which one is short, honestly, but it's okay. I need another long one. I can take from here, probably. Because this one is the block. If you don't block here, once my filament flies away. Like this one is block. Okay. This one is not moving. So now we need to insert our PLA. So first one, let's took the original PLA. It's important the orientation. You don't need to put up. You need to make the spool pass from down like this one. So you open, you put your PLA, you lock very well. This one you can adjust now to be sure that it's matched and block and don't let the PLA flies in any direction. Okay. Yes, now it's better. Let me close a little bit here. Okay. Now, as you can see here, the plastic, the TPU, it's block and guide the filament to don't flies in any direction. Here we put the empty spool. So unlock here. I find this design is very cool and works very good. Maybe it's not the best, but it's do his job. So for me, it's more than enough. Let's lock here. Okay. Now they suggest to use a little bit of tape for half in the beginning. So you took your PLA. This one doesn't. I make a disaster. Okay. This one need to be a little bit more here. Okay, because this one need to move freedom. Okay. So let's rewind the spool. You pass the filament inside the pipe here. This is the tricky part. Even if you untangle here, you will fix later, so it's not a big problem, but try to don't tangle it. Okay, after you pass here, use one of the hooks hold here to block with the tape. Just to prevent this one escape at the beginning. After you can even remove it during the process. Make some first manual cover and we are ready to go. Now the guide suggests to use the electric drill, the big one. I found this too big and too fast, so I'm using the screwdriver electrical. Wait, I need a tool head, otherwise I cannot. This one here, it's not so fast and give me a little bit more control. So you just insert in the hole. It's better you block here with your hand, and now you can slowly refill your spool. You see here is moving back and forward to help you to make a better spool loading. This way is so cool. I really love it. Works so nice. And you can move all your filament from the carbon spool or from non-spool directly here on the bamboo or to your favorite spool 3D print that you made by yourself. You need a little bit of time. Probably with a screwdriver you go so much faster, but it's something that you build by yourself. If you go too fast, you will break it soon. So this way, take your time, take 2 minutes, 3 minutes, but you really save your print, especially if you use the AMS. It's almost finished. Okay. Now when it's almost finished, the last part let's make manually. Then, so now I can remove from here. Now pay attention to don't untangle because otherwise you're wasting all your work. Take your filament from here. Pass through the holes. Here is better. 1 and 2 and is secured. This one you can remove it and even cut off so you don't have this PLA extra here. Okay, perfect. And now we have our PLA refilled in a safe way. If you want here, let me make some space, guys, because here I don't have more space. If you want, you can write on your spool what is the filament, if you have different brand. For me, I'm only using Esun, so it's not a big problem. But otherwise, you can remove the label here, for example. Maybe remove better and just stick here and put, or you can write here what is that one. For me, that I'm using only PLA plus from Esun is not a problem, but you just prepare one tape and write Esun. And I know that this one is PLA plus from Esun, and I can put back in my box. Let me make some space, guys, because really I'm exploding here. Wait a second. Okay. So this simple way helps you to saving money, first one, and second, help you to save our planet. Don't waste too much plastic that we are consuming with our, goes here, come back here. Yes. Okay. Saving a lot of plastic that we don't need to throw every time. So this one is definitely something that you need to consider. If more people start to buy the non-spooled filament from Esun, maybe Esun start to produce more color, make cheaper price, but we all help to produce less waste. So this one, let me put away. I should start to use this one earlier, but I start to find this one after I'm using the AMS, honestly. But I would like to know earlier, so I will start to use before. And start from now, I start to order only non-spooled filament because I want to make my part. Let me put back in order to produce less waste from the filament. Okay, now that we finished the first part, let's check some, in the last 10 minutes, some cool idea that you can use for print something with your multicolor, toys for kids, and also something for maybe sell. You need to check always the license of the maker. And start from the first toy that I made from my son. I saw that a lot of these one people are selling in the small market, for example, in China, but also abroad. This one is the dragon egg. It's printed with a blue PLA plus from Esun. and is in two parts. They have the full closed. So this one is nice because it's open, and inside you can put one articulated dragon according to your size. I use this one that is printed with the PLA dual color magic color from Esun. Is this one? Let me show to you. It's a filament that I'm really love it. I'm used a lot for print this one, and let me check here. Okay, is this one dark twinkling blue. If you remember, I made also some shorts on Instagram about this one. I print the lightsaber part of the lightsaber. I print the May the 4th be with you decoration for the Star Wars Day. I used for print one spaceship from Helldivers. Has this amazing pattern here that I really love it. In help to cover the lines, and he has this color here that is really cool. I love it so much, and print dragon with this one, it's so cool. Honestly, I wanted to print also the egg with this one, but I don't have too much filament left because I'm using a lot. So the egg I print with a blue PLA. I think it still come out very good. This one you can also find on Make a Word. I can show where I downloaded this one because this one is not my design. Here I download this egg from 3D Dragon Eggs, and the dragon that I printed, this one is I don't remember because I prepare maybe one of these one. This one is the egg with different scale, with different diameter. And this one probably is the dragon. Yes, just write articulate flexi dragon. You can find many makers that make this one. So this one, for example, is not commercial, so you cannot sell. But this one is a toy for my son, so I'm more than happy of their result. And it's so cute. You can put inside your egg here. If you print the correct size, of course. Enter. And you can close, and is a very cool gift that you can make from your son or for some of friends that have a kid. It's a very funny toy. The other part that you can print, and this one is one of my best of, is this alphabet snail here process. This one is a toy for learn the alphabet for the kids. I print this one with the multi colors, and my son love it. This one, let me come back here. Is this one here. Here we are. This one, I remixed the file from the original maker that I also write in the description when I upload here. That is a remix because I have some issue with the color changing. Sometimes it didn't make correct color changing, and it gives some on the letter on the side also the color of the base and wasting much more filament. So I fix it a little bit better. So now the letters are more clean and more easy to be visible. And also I add the base that I found from another maker, all mixed together. So in one download, you can download all the letters already prepared with the multicolor and the snail, the base that help you to keep this one position. This one I print not only with the bamboo, but also with the V400 changing color manually. Let me show to you how. Because I print also with the FL Sun, with the V600, because it's just a simple change color, so it's not a problem to make with the FL Sun also. If it's many changing color, it's better made with the bamboo, of course. Here, for example, this one is the first part. So how to make this one? You can add here more color just to help you to see more clear. the object, they are all printed with the color number 1. So let's select number 1. It's just for have a visual representation. Doesn't change anything because the V400 doesn't support the multicolor. Okay, so now if you see all the letters are blue, so what you need to do is first is slice the plate normally. Took only 49 minutes with the V600. After, if you see here, you need to find the moment that it finished to print with a blue and swap to the letter. So here, like at this moment, you can see you start to see the letter. If you go down here, you see it start to print only the letters, not more the blue. If you go to the one layer under, here is still making the top layer, so you don't want to change here. You need to change when is writing only the letter. After you find the correct spot, right click here on your time bar. You can add or change filament, but sometimes if you don't have the G code prepared, it doesn't work. You can select add pause. So when you reslide the printer, when the printer reach this position, it will pause. If you don't want to add pause, you can add the manual code that is working 100% sure is what I made. Add custom G code. Here you write M600, that is the command for the pause the printer. Remember to slice in. So when the printer reach here, it will pause immediately and move outside from the bed. So you have time to unload your filament, put the new filament, press play, and the second part, it will print with a new color, in this case, the white one. And the result is like this one. Because I print the white one with this color. Yeah. You have the blue for the base and the white with the white PLA. It looks a little bit blue, but it's the light. It's totally white. It's just some saturation of the webcam that is not very good. It's totally white. And this one is a very, very funny toy that you can print for your kids, for let them learn and using your color PLA. I print this one. My son is playing every day at least 1 hour with this one, making, removing and assembling again. So, oops. And now he need to make again. Oh, but he will be happy. He loves all the parts, even if I print with 2 different printers, like with the bamboo and with the FL Sun, they match and and they stick each other's very well. I thought maybe I can have some issue if I use 2 different printers from the tolerance, because if you're not using the same settings, maybe some part they cannot stick well, but I need to consider back because it's working perfectly. You see, the blue one is made with the V400, the other color with the bamboo, they all match perfectly. The last thing that I want to show to you is this one, is some LED box that I'm start to play with. This one was the first one that I made, is Pikachu. This one I use the PLA black, yellow, red, and white. Sorry. And this one was the first test that I made. I have some, I don't know why, dirty spot here. I don't think it's a flash. Maybe the nozzle was not cleaned well, so he brings some residue of the black one here. And this one you just plug here. Plug here. Yeah, and it turned on. Now the bright is too strong with the LED in front. And it's a very nice LED. But this one, I don't like too much the LED inside. I use this kind that are of course fall down. This kind, first one was a little bit smaller, and if you can see here, they are not covered. So In the night, sometimes you can see a little bit of the dot instead of have a very nice spread light. So for the new one here, I decided to use the cob is calling this LED here that have one plastic protection that help to diffuse the light more uniform and don't see the spot inside. This file I download it always from Make a Word. Upload here, and I edit the file because the man who make the file, he did he make one mistake. The back is totally full close, and he said if you want to make the LED, you need to use the soldering gun to make one hole. It's not very nice, so I reprint this one and put a hole here directly on the slicer. You can see here, opening Bamboo Studio. So you don't need to do anything, you can just print. This one is a standard cube hole. Let me close some file here, Bamboo, otherwise 3 Bamboo slicer open, it will die. No, also because this file is very big. Nope. Here we not here we are. As you can see here, computer is dying. I put one modifier negative. For make this one, you can just right click, make add a negative part. You can choose what you want. Before I put a cube, but after I found that maybe a circle is more nice and more simple. So I add this one. I put 2 millimeter, that 2.1 millimeter, because normally the LED are 2 millimeter wide, so the LED can enter through without any problem. And so when you slice here, you will see directly the hole. I mean, you don't need to make with a soldering gun that honestly is very, very bad and ugly to see. Here is the name of the maker. I cut one letter, not intentionally, but is the best place for put the hole for the LED. I'm sorry for him. Anyway, it's a remixed, so online you find here remix from, and I put the link. So if you want to download the original file, you can download from them. If you want to download mine and help me, better, thank you. The second one is the Batman. And this one I will finish to make in live with you because as you can see inside is still empty. Here I'm using one trick that I learned and I read is to put some reflecting aluminum tape that help the light to be more bright and diffuse better. And I want to see how is the effect because this one is still working good, but is not too bright. I want to be a little bit more bright. So I already put the sticker here. I made the hole for the LED, so you can see the LED, it can pass through very, very easily. You can see here, I'm looking. Sorry, here I was not looking. Here you can see there is the aluminum tape that he make more reflective to reflect better the light. And this part is go inside here, so I decided to put the LED just across the corner here. Because the LED is longer, we need to cut. So first one, let's pass here and check where we need to cut the LED because it's too long. This one is 1 meter LED. As you can see, it's passed perfectly. Let me prepare the scissors. So just pretend to stick here. One moment to check where to cut. I want to see if the aluminum works really better as they said. So here is my weak spot. Here you have some lines that guide you to cut. Cut only on this line. If you cut in another place, you can break the LED, it's not working anymore. Now, the most difficult part. Remove the sticker. Every time I spend hours. Really hours. Wait. Wow, today is my lucky day. It is definitely my lucky day. Let me cut here. Unbelievable. So now let's put this one here These LED are very flexible, so you can bend without any problem. Remember to put, in this case, under the position of the new bed on the lid, otherwise you will cover the light. Okay. This project is very simple to print with the AMS, and it's so fun. I give Pikachu to my son because, of course, I cannot sell that one with that imperfection, and he loves it. My son is my best tester from this kind of stuff. I print it. If he like it, I will try to make for everyone else. Like, I cut a little bit short. It could be a little bit longer, but it's still okay. Let me check if it's still working. This new plug here has the button. Yes, you can see. Wow, you see the aluminum, how it reflects much more. Look how bright it becomes. It's much, much better. So you put the cover here. This one, you should glue it. So later we'll put the glue and let's check. Wow. Now I have the, let me try to reduce 1 second the light because otherwise it looks too bright. Let me check here. Yeah, guys. Let me check with another webcam because here it looks really too bright and it's not. It's very good. Yeah. In the real life, this one is totally white, the bat, and the writing here, Batman is red. It's super cool. Here is the camera, they cannot reach the correct color, but trust me, it's dirty here. It's very, very cool. This one is perfect. So now I can put the glue, but first one, let me turn on the light, otherwise you cannot see me anymore. Let me turn off the LED. This one, you see here, we have the hole for the cable. Here, if you want, you can add some black tape to cover a little bit the small gap to be more nice to see. With this cable is more nice. This looks very professional. It looks like really something that you can find and sell in a shop. So now I need to put a little bit of glue around here. Just a little bit. I don't need to put too much. I don't want to finish on the LED. Okay. Don't put up and down after you will cry. And here we are. Now I need to wait a little bit that it will dry. And this one is also something very nice that you can make by yourself. You can also design something by yourself and try to sell. Is put up and down. Faster, faster. Don't stick, don't stick. Yeah, I put up and down. Doesn't matter. Should be like this one. Now the light is on the top. Let me see. This. Okay, just in time. I was distracting for the live. Okay, now it's better. Oof, just in time. This one has the plug, is more professional. Yeah. Looks very good. This is really something that you can make and try to sell to recover some money from your 3D printer and filament. Let's back here. Okay, guys. So thanks for watching me again from this hour. I hope you find interesting the way to reuse the not spool the filament for saving money, but more important for save our environment. And also, this was some funny idea that you can print very simple with your multicolor PLA with or without the MS, because this one, the box, is better made with a multicolor printer like MS because you need to make many changing color layer. So you become crazy. Let me check how many changing color I made for Pikachu, for example. You are seeing, yes, you are watching. Because it's not something make manually is 12 changing color. you can do it, but it's a lot of noise. Make every time change, load, unload. If you have AMS, it's more easy. The plate, you don't need to change any color, it's just one color and it's okay. But for the base, this one definitely is better using one AMS. For the puzzle, this one you can simply make with the normal printer. Just pause your print and change the color manually because you make different group of letter every time. So definitely you don't need one bamboo for make this one, and it's a fantastic toy to your son to learn alphabet, and also why not try to sell something. The last one, this one, the Batman. This one with a cable pass like this one. Now I will seal the hole with a black tape. This looks really something that you can find in the shop. The quality is perfect. The red PLA is perfect from the Batman from Esun. The white one, the matte black, it doesn't left any lines visible. So it really looks like something that you can find in a shop. And this one is 3D print in few hours with the Esun PLA colored. Just add one strip LED inside. I show you which one. Put some aluminum tape and it's ready to go. It's simple, effective, and I'm sure you can sell many of this one and earn some money. So thanks for watching me again. If you like what you saw, please remember to write a comment in the comments below, make a thumbs up, and most important, subscribe to the Esun channel, so every time me or my colleague make some live, some videos, you will get a notification that we are going live. For me, I will try to follow this timeline now on, so every Friday, for you it should be Thursday evening. For me now it's Friday morning for the time zone. I hope it's a better and suitable moment for you to watch me. So remember to follow me also on Instagram, and see you next time.